air right now, as it is Jal who had the opening drive so far still going, but it is 4th down now and 4. So it's trying to see what they're going to be doing. Looks like they're too close to punt. And Ornelas has the ball. He's going to fling it into the end zone, looks like, and get. Did he catch it? No, he did not. That was for Zayden Lujan. That'll be a turnover on downs. They have had 3 first downs so far, so they're doing a whole lot better than they did last week. But unfortunately, we caught them just in time to see that incompletion for the turnover on downs. Hi, everybody. This is Ron Gunner. We're here at Tularosa, 4,500 feet above sea level. Max Strack handling the camera as had to get a rebroadcast on this thing, but we are on the air finally, and thank you very much for being here. Hopefully you can find us very well. It's on HobbsAmerica.com and on YouTube as well under the Jal Sports. And thanks again for being so patient. Tularosa coming out. Looks like it's going to be for the quarterback. That'll be the senior, Graham Green. Graham lining up in the shotgun position. Almost everyone almost does that. And this team has a tendency to break up the pass and run. This time they're going to run the ball, go up the middle, get a few, at least 5, maybe even 6 yards. And that is going to be to the running back. His name is Cade Lochner. He is a junior. So 6 yards on that first carry. So 2nd and 4 on the 24-yard line of Tularosa. Once again, everybody, thank you very much for being here. We have another handoff. Looks like this one once again to Lochner. Gets back to the line of scrimmage and no more than that. Talked about, well, we did hope to talk about some things about the defense that Jal could do, and looked like Gaton was out for a moment, but is back in. No, that's actually 99. So, yeah, it looks like the defense looking strong so far, and that one stopped them to 3rd and short after about a 3-yard gain, roughly, on that run. So let's see if Jal can stop this Wildcats offense from reaching that first down. Another handoff once again, caught in the backfield, and it will be a loss of about 4 to 5. And a lot of Panthers out there stopping that run, and it will go back to 4th now and about 4. So conservatively 4th and 3. So it is going to be 4. 4th and 4, and it will be a punt situation. Looks like it'll be Zayden Lujan to return this punt at around the 40-yard line. Man in motion as it is dribbled to the kicker, and may not get a chance. He's going to run for it instead and get the first down off of a broken play. Let's see actually where they mark it. Definitely a broken play as, no, it looks like it'll be first down for the Jal Panthers. And it will be at the 33-yard line. So it looked like it was close, but not close enough. Referees decided first down for the Jal Panthers. And Ornelas is coming back out again with the offense, Zayden Lujan and everybody else, to see what they can do with such great field position. Once again, inside Tularosa territory, Wildcat territory at the 26-yard line. First and 10 for Jal. Last year came in here and had a pretty decent game, but could not get the victory off of it. 4-4 is the record against Tularosa as a timeout is taken. Let's go ahead and continue with the analysis of this game. Both teams are actually Jal is 2-4 for their record, and so is Tularosa. Tularosa had their bye week last week and haven't won a game here in a little while since, let's see, it was against Estancia. That was a 52-32 win. That was back in a month ago, September 5th to be exact. Have been, have a home record of 1-2, on the road. Jal has a perfect record of 1-0. Of course, that was in Van Horn just a month ago. So they've been at home a lot when they weren't taking a bye week or having other things going on. But definitely something that Jal wants to improve on. 2-0 on the road. And that would put Tularosa and the Wildcats ranked at number 10 at 2-5. This is their home district opener as well. So they have that going for them. They have a whiteout going on for the crowd. And this is at Bob Cerny Stadium. Coach Michael Felicity had a record of 6-5 last year with a 3-1 record for district. So we got the 1st and 10 once again after the timeout for Jal. And a handoff to Zane Lujan, but a whistle is going to prove that it's going to be probably a false start for the Jal Panthers. Usually that's what happens, but a quick whistle before the play became official. And the white cap did signal that, and it is going to be a false start. So unfortunately that'll take them back 5. Still good field position though, as they go back to, confusion there, but yeah, they were going to go too far back. It's just a 5-yard penalty, guys. I think they're going to have to walk it off again. Yep, there they go. So it'll be at the 31-yard line. 31-yard line. Jal gets set up again. Ornelas on shotgun. Has 2 to his left and 1 to his right. Probably going to be it's going to be a keeper though, as he keeps it and gets back the yardage he needed for the scrimmage and more. Gets about 2 extra, so that's 7 altogether for a 7-yard pickup. So from 1st and 15 to 2nd and 7. Yep, good 8 yards right there. So down now to the 24, 24-yard line. Jal at 2nd and 8, or 7. Second possession of the game for the Jal Panthers so far and early on. It is right now 2:02, so time is running quickly as it goes over to Catan, and he is going to power his way to a first down a little bit more. 4th one of the first quarter so far for the Jal Panthers. So nicely done, nicely executed. First down for them as they get inside. But they're not, yeah, they are inside the red zone at 15. So 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for Jal. Nice football weather tonight. Got Ornelas in the middle as he goes ahead and hands that off to Zayden Lujan. He's going to break it up the middle for more than 10. And he gets hauled down just before he gets into the end zone. Looks like he got to about the 3 or the 2-yard line. Looks like it'll be the 2-yard line to be exact. 1st and goal. And that'll be the 5th first down for the Jal Panthers in this game so far. So as far as first downs go, you've got to be happy with that. But you definitely want to get a score here, and you've got your opportunity right here, 1st and goal at the 2. And a quick, Zayd Lujan going around, and instead maybe hauled back, even though he does score a touchdown. But there is a flag on the play, and that usually is a holding, and it is a holding, so it'll go back. Unfortunately, 10 yards. It's a great play. Zayden Lujan was able to round it down to the outside of the right, able to get in before he ran out of bounds. But again, unfortunately, it is going to be going back because of the hold. So it'll be 1st and goal still from the 12, maybe the 13th. So a little more room to work with, but also a little further away from the end zone. 1st and goal from the 13. So once again, Jal, second opportunity they have to be able to get this score in off the 1st and goal. Have Zayden Lujan on the left-hand side of Ornelas. Has David Navarrete, I believe. No, that's Ramos. But it'll be Zayden Lujan once again. Oh, he goes all the way down, just like he did before. Nice, strong run. Gets it inside the 5. And We've got it marked about the 4. So 2nd and goal from the 4. So no more first downs. Opportunity to get a touchdown on this one, and that will open up the game as we're down to 28 seconds before the end of the first quarter. They would love to get that in before the first quarter ends. Zane Lujan once again up the middle, and looks like he's going to power forward. Maybe get a little tush push as well, but did not. Instead, it'll be short by about a yard or 2. 3rd down. And let's see where they've marked it. Looks like it is going to be at the 2. So we've got 3 seconds. Looks like the time will expire. We're going to go into the second quarter, and it's going to be the Jal Panthers knocking on the door as we continue right here on the Jal Panther Network.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in, backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
No score right here in Tularosa, but the Jal Panthers are knocking on the door. They're in the red zone. In fact, they're actually at the 2-yard line as we're going to be switching sides and going to the second quarter. Jal looking so strong so far, and they were able to stop Tularosa on a 3-and-out. They did have a bad snap on the punt, tried to run it, got close to the first down, almost thought he actually had it, but instead it was a turnover on downs, and that's where Jal had gotten great field position and were able to get down the field, and now they're at the 2 once again. So, yeah, we're moving to the other side, and I'm going to have to adjust to see this, but we are definitely on the air. Thanks again for everybody's patience, and hope you're enjoying this one, because I know we're going to enjoy it the most for those Jal fans here if we can get this punched in from the 2. Ornalis in the shotgun once again, surrounded left and right, and we got a possible false start. Could be David Catan, but either way, yep, false start, and it's going to be 5 yards back. So that great field position is going to be squandered, but still pretty good field position. So 3rd and 7. And we're going to try this once again. So Catan still, sorry, not Catan, but Ornalis at quarterback. Looking healthy once again, hoping that he will be healthy throughout not only this game, but throughout the season. And of course, I'm thinking about all those players out there. Tonight we have a whiteout here in Tularosa, as it is 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 7. This one's going to be to Ornalis, who keeps it himself, gets it all the way down, and gets the touchdown. Yes, it is signal for the touchdown. An 8-yard run to get Jal on the board first. So Jal takes advantage of that. Like I said, the field position, very good. And rumbles it in for 8 yards. Ornalis with another rushing touchdown. Going to get a extra point, PAT, as it is Zane Lujan is going to handle the spot. And the kick is up, and it is good, PAT. And the 8-yard run by Ornalis. Oh, no good. Oh, yeah, the announcer said it was no good. I think that was just wishful thinking. So with 11:53 in the second, we've got our first score of the game. 7-0 is the score. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
2 possessions, 5 first downs for Jal, and 1 score from 8 yards away. Ornales with 11:53 to go in the second quarter. Just started this, and it is 7-0 with Jal in the lead so far. About to kick it off to Tularosa. As you can see, Jal, of course, in yellow with the blue and white for Tularosa. And they are having the white out once again right here tonight for the crowd. Thanks everybody for being here, and we want to thank our sponsors. We will, of course, along the time that we have this. Of course, we also have the banner along the bottom. We want to thank them, because without them, we would not be able to put this on the air. Kickoff for Jal is going to be a little squib kick, and it's going to get to the 35. He's going to run across before getting taken down at the 40, maybe the 39 or the 38. That was taken, let's see, that was by Josh Avila, the sophomore. So nice running from the sophomore. Did get about 5 or 6 yards, but it'll be a first and 10 for Tularosa. So 1st and 10 at the 42. Jal set up with their defense. Going to talk about the defense, but we'll just do it at halftime as they are set. Be Graham Green once again for quarterback for the Tularosa Wildcats. Man in motion, they're going to go ahead and toss it to him as he goes to the right and is met by the defense and loses a couple of yards in the process. So that has been an early showcasing of how strong this Jal Panther team has come out and become for the defense. That runner, by the way, was Samuel Baca, and that was the junior. Even though he did get, I thought he lost a couple, but instead he only lost 1, did get forward progress. So nice spot for him, 2nd and about 11. You can see the 4-3. Actually, it is 4 on the front line for Jal. Graham Green once again hands it off and gets a couple yards going forward as he rolls forward. Let's see, who was that carried that one? That looks like it was the junior Joe Chavez. So got some positive yards out of that one, but it's going to be 3rd and about 8. Now let's make that 3rd and 7. We have 10:25 to go in the second quarter. Graham Green on the quarterback once again, with a senior going back, going to Harlot to the left, and it'll be out of bounds. It was covered by Ramos. Just overthrown out of bounds, and that was to the receiver. Let's see if I can get that number. That is going to be Austin Pereira. So incomplete on that one. It will go 4th down, and we'll see if Wildcats are going to punt. Actually, looks like there's going to be a conference from the officials. It's going to be a hold against the Wildcats. I'd be surprised if Jal took it. I don't think they are, but let's see. So far it shows 4th down. The marker does anyway, but they are going to mark it back, so it'll be 3rd down and a long. Should be about maybe 17. So 3rd and 17 now after that penalty of 10 yards of holding for against the Wildcats. And now we're looking at the 35-yard line for the Wildcats to go. It's going to be 2 to the left, 2 to the right, actually 3 to the right, twins to the left and triplets to the right. Looks like a passing play as the defense swarms Graham Green and brings them down for a huge loss. It'll be going back to the 24-yard line and to be 4th and forever. Yes, he may have lost about 10 yards on that play. And he did. He's back to the 25-yard line. So it's about 4th and 27 now, and you definitely expect to see the Wildcats punt. And maybe they'll have another snafu on the snap as they did last time, but if they do, then Jal is going to be expecting to see a great field position for them for the second time. Once again, Zay Lujan ready for the kick. We've got a man in motion, and we have the kick. It was a good one, and it's going to go rolling down to about the 30-yard line where it's picked up by Austin Pereira, who is a sophomore. So Wildcats get out of that one, give the Jal Panthers something to think about, and we will as well. As we get back in a moment, we've got more coverage for you right here in Tularosa. It is the Panther Network.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Back to action quickly as that one is hauled and in for a first down as it gets about 13 yards. Of course, that is going to be for Zayden Lujan. Lujan is finding his legs tonight and being able to get some really good gains up the middle, something he wasn't able to do last week. That is the first down for the second quarter, but that is also the 6th first down for the game. Got a timeout on the field. And we are going to go ahead and take one with them. So let's go back in just 30 seconds. We've got more right here on the Jal Panther Network.
For over 25 years, Eunice Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Last time that the Jal Panthers were up here, it was 2022, and that was a blowout, 57-7. And that one ended in the third quarter. Of course, that has been a couple of years ago, and since then, Jal has been 1-2. In fact, the Tularosa Wildcats have a 2-win winning streak on them. Overall, though, 4-4 is the record between these two teams. Jal would like to get back on the winning side, get 5-4, as well as get their first district win. This is the home district game for Tularosa as well. 1st and 10 once again, 4,500 feet above sea level. As we have Zayden Lujan. Actually, it's going to be a keeper by Ornales. He's going to get about 3, maybe 4 yards, depending on the spot. Yeah, he's going to get about 4 yards on that one. And we haven't seen him run like this in a little while. And just had been having some troubles with those injuries. But I think today he is filling his oats. And between him and Zayden Lujan, they are getting the ball matriculated down the field. So far, a lot of positive yardage. Only time they've gotten some negative is when they have a little penalty. 8:23 to go in this second quarter as we have it on the 48-yard line of the Panthers. Gaetan has it right now, and he's going to lean forward to get a couple. David Gaetan with 2 on that carry. Let's see. It's going to be 3rd and 5. I thought maybe it was going to be a little bit more, but just gave him a yard or 2, and it's going to be 3rd and 5. Once again, though, so far I believe, or at least it feels like that Panthers are feeling something positive with their offense and definitely being able to move it forward. This could be like 2-down territory as far as getting it down to 4th down, but I think they're going to try it 4th down or 3rd down. gets into the hands of Zayden Lujan, was wrapped up, unfortunately, before he could get any positive yardage. That one, in fact, that was wrapped up by Josiah Aliva, the sophomore. Did get about a yard, but that is not going to help the cause. It'll be 4th down at about 4. So decision time for Coach. Is he going to go for it? Ornalis is coming back out again. He can do both. He can go back and kick it, and he can also throw it, because he's also been known to run as well. Got one to the left, two to the, actually it's 2 to the left and 1 to the right. Ornalis with Gaton. And it'll be timeout. They're going to talk it over, and we will as well. Let's go ahead and get another commercial in here. And actually, let's go ahead and thank our sponsors, because without them, we would not be here. And thankfully, we are here, even though we had some difficulties at the beginning of the game. But those have bypassed. Let's thank our sponsors, starting with Woolworth Community Library, El Riscancio Enchilada, along with Mamacitas, EP&S, Iron Horse Sports Grill, Jal Public Schools, Lasco Construction, always a good deal, and Panther Energy. Let's take a moment and be back after 30 seconds. We're right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Jal on the precipice. It is 4th down and about 4. They're going to go for it, or they're going to go ahead and kick it. Right now they're showing that they are going to try to go for it as they're at midfield at the 50-yard line. Wildcats going to try to stop them. Wouldn't be surprised if they try to see if they can get an offsides. That would be enough for a 1st down. Ornalis shotgun, and look at that. It may have been a false start, though, as both of them were moved. And it was, unfortunately, a false start. Everything went right except for that. So now a change in plan, maybe, or maybe they're going to continue to go for it. Who knows? As it goes now to 4th and 9. So a bit harder to do. So they are going to go ahead and get the punt team out here. I think that's a smart move. You don't want to give your opponent any more yardage than possible. So let's see. They're in punt formation, and punting for Jal will be the sophomore, Christian Rangel, who is going to get a nice little one, and it's going to bounce to the runner and loses the ball, but is able to get it back. He was able to get to it. Should be happy enough that he did not lose that ball, because he would. Jal was going to be all over it. Looked like that was going to be Josiah Aliva. Just could not try to get it forward, but again, lost the ball, was able to jump on it. And it will be Wildcat ball, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Talk about the Jal Panther defense at halftime, as well as some other things. But right now, 1st and 10 with 6:38 to go in the first half. Going back to pass once again, as it's going to be Ornalis who is going to pressure him, but he does get the ball out. It'll be at the 30-yard line where it was caught. And after a little bit of trying, 2 Panthers were able to converge on him, and it was Cade Lochner, the junior, who was able to get it, but he just got back to the line of scrimmage. So all that action for no gain. So once again, a nice little pass after evading some pressure. Graham Green was able to get it to his receiver, Lochner, after Ornalis was able to flush him out of the pocket. And Ornalis, again, on the defense as well as offense, is very key to this game for the Jal Panthers. 2nd and 10 now. He is alone in the backfield, as he does hand it off. Changes direction and gets hauled down. One of them is going to be Ornalis. to bring him down. So nice little tackle there, as that was Cade Lochner. Getting his hands on the ball again, but could not get it. Tried to go to his right, but then decided to go try to his left. But that time, the defense was all over him, and he got taken down by 3 of the Panthers. 5:25 to go as we get into third down territory, 3rd and 11. So far, no urgency from this Wildcat team, but it's still plenty of time in this game. 3rd and 11, 5:06. Gets a low snap. He's going to take it to his right, roll out. He's going to be forced out, throw the ball hard, and it's going to go out of bounds. Looks like that was going to be intended for his receiver, Angel Schumann. Just couldn't get it to him, and it'll be 4th down once again. So far, the Wildcats have not been able to get a first down in this game. So another punt opportunity. Zane Lujan going to be back there to get it. 3rd one. First one was a bad hike, or just couldn't get it to his punter and tried to get it to a first down, but could not get to the marker. Second punt was pretty good. Let's see what the third punt is going to be for the Wildcats, or if there will be one. Man in motion, kick again. And a nice one, too, as Zayden gets it about the 28-yard line. Going to make some moves, get about 15 yards, maybe 20, but there will be a flag. Will come back on that one. Otherwise, it would have been about the 47-yard line. And there is a flag at the 39-yard line. That's usually because it's either going to be a block in the back or it's going to be a hold. But either way, we expect to see this coming back. Nevertheless, though, Jal has another opportunity with 4:44 to go to get more points on the board. We'll get in a moment what the Whitecap is going to say about this. So it could be 10 yards back. And looks like it will be 15 yards back. And it's an unsportsmanlike conduct against the Panthers. It's 15 yards. It'll take them all the way back to the 24-yard line. As the ball comes over from the Jal side. Once again, 1st and 10 from the 24 after that unsportsmanlike conduct against the Jal Panthers. So it looks like Ornelas again with Gaton to his right. Has twins to the left, one to the right. And it's going to go back to pass. It's pressured. We'll get the screen. And that'll be to Gaton. And that'll be about a 2-yard gain. But there are whistles on the play, and we're going to see about that. There may be a flag as well. I don't necessarily see one, but that doesn't mean there's not one. Oh, I do see one now. It's around the 20. Yeah, it's behind the line of scrimmage. So because of the fact of the rush, there may have been a hold. Let's see what they call on this one. It is against Jal. Oh, simple ineligible. Yeah, that makes sense too. Ineligible receiver. 5 yards is what that was. They have not moved the, there they are, finally moving that chain. So 1st and 15 once again for the Jal Panthers. They're back to the 19-yard line of their own territory. So Ornelas surrounded. Looks like that it's going to be by Zayden Lujan and possibly Gaton. Going to go ahead and keep it, throw, and unfortunately dropped by Gaton. Could be a nice little screen pass there, but instead goes out of his hands, hits the turf for the 3rd down, or 2nd down. So 2nd and 15 off that incomplete pass. Stops the clock at 4:31. huddle from the Panther offense. As Ornelas is calling the shots once again. He is in shotgun position with 2 receivers on his right and 1 on the left. He is going to keep that one and turn the corner. Does get a couple after he did get grabbed, but does fall forward for about like 5 yards and gets it back to the line of scrimmage. But let's see where they mark it. Third down to the 21. All right, so it's third. It's not as much. I thought he got back to the line of scrimmage, original line of scrimmage, but he did not. Instead, he only got a couple. So 3rd and 14 is what we're looking at for the Jal Panthers. Ornelas back to pass, and he's going to heave it to the right to a waiting, but had to stop on that one. Hit his hands, but it fell out. That was going to be for David Navarrete as his defender went past him. Could have been easy first down as Josiah Avila just kind of hit him, but apparently not enough for a PI. But instead, that brings up 4th down, 4th and long, and you expect to see the punt out again for the Panthers. Second punt in a row for the Jal Panthers. It looks like for the punting, it will be Salinas. Going to get this one, just a little chip shot. It is, well, it was live, and it still is. Let's see who gets this one as a Jal Panther fell upon it. But no, it is me Wildcat ball after all. But close to that was Navarrete. So almost had a turnover on that, but instead, 1st and 10 is what we've got here for the Wildcats of Tularosa. So on the 43-yard line, we'll be in Jal Panther territory for the first time for the Wildcats, and they have 3:22 in the first half to see what they can do with this ball. So far, Jal Panthers have a strong defense, and they're continuing that. As it is spread offense, looks like it is me twins to the right, 1 to the left. Graham in the shotgun position with 1 next to him. He's going to go ahead and go back, throw a quick release to a screen, and that is going to go nowhere for his receiver, who was wrapped up and taken down. Looks like Zane Lujan was one of those. Cade Lochner once again with the reception and the loss. But let's see. There looks like to be a penalty. It will probably be, well, let's see. Actually, I shouldn't say because it looked like they pointed the other way to Jal, and Jal is walking it off. So instead of a loss, it will be a penalty of, can't see how many so far. He's walking it off right now. Looks like it'll be 10 yards and a first down if so. Yes, indeed, 15 yards. Coach is asking the Whitecap what happened. Did get an explanation, but didn't see it. But it is a first down for Tularosa and the Wildcats. Now they're at the 28-yard line. 3 minutes and the clock is running. So 1st and 10 for Tularosa. With Lochner once again getting some yardage this time. Looks like he was able to fumble, stumble, and get his 9, maybe even 10 off of that one. And it is going to be a first down for Tularosa. Second first down for the Wildcats. That puts them now at the 19. So just got that 10. Graham Green once again handing it off. This time a shorter runner. And that's going to be Samuel Baca, the junior, to get a couple off of that one, as he was buried in the line. Couldn't see him after he got the ball. We have receivers, one to the left, one to the right. So expect to see another run. Graham Green with the handoff once again. Baca going to get more yardage than he did last time. In fact, he got about 5, maybe 6, to shorten it to about 3rd and 2. Maybe 3rd and 3, but no, 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, a minute and a half, or 90 seconds to go in this quarter, or half. And it will be Lochner once again. Up middle, he's going to be untouched as he goes right into the in for the score. And that'll be at the 11-yard line. So 11-yard run for Lochner. And the Wildcats have one away from tying this ball game up with 1:21 to go. There you go. And the Wildcats are going to go for the 2-point conversion. So looking to gain the lead on this one with 1, as Graham Green is sending a man in motion. He's got 3 men on the left now, and he's going to run to the left, roll, try to throw, but he is pressured, gets the ball off, and will be short as he gets to the 10-yard line from Lochner. And one of those that got him down for the Jal Panthers in a nice throwdown is going to be possibly Zaid Lindman. But the PAT throw, 2-point conversion, no good. And so it is a 7-6 game, 1:21 to go. And the Panthers will be getting the ball back before the end of the half. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Welcome back to the action. It is 1:21 to go. It is a game now, 7-6, but just a 1-point lead for the Jal Panthers as the Wildcats were able to score on an 11-yard run from Lochner. 2-point conversion did not go as it was tackled at the 10-yard line. And we are set for the kickoff. Little squib kick there, and it will go out of bounds, looks like. So no chance, and that will be at the 40-yard line if I'm not mistaken. For going out of bounds. Maybe looks like they got it set at the 35. So 1st and 10 from the 35. A little confusion on where it's supposed to be at. I think one ref is saying 35, the other one is saying 40. But it is going to be at the 40. I think also they got confused with whose ball was whose. Nevertheless, though, 1st and 10 from the 40, Jal Panthers with a minute 21 to work with. I think they have 2 of their timeouts left. Yes, they do, according to the scoreboard. And actually, it looks like it's at just around the 41. So 41-yard line, 1st and 10. That means 59 yards to go for a touchdown for the Jal Panthers. Let's see if they can do it. Ornelas in the shotgun. He's going to go ahead and hand that off to Zayden Lujan. Couldn't get some traction as he gets hauled backwards, but after just a couple of yards gained for that one. So clock running down to a minute. Actually, they gave him a spot of 1. 2nd and 9 and 53 seconds. Jal needs to hurry up if they want to get those, use the most of this as he passes to the left on a screen play. It is going to be a forward pass. It is Ramos. Now Ramos hesitated for a moment, could not find anything. And if they don't call a timeout here, which sounds like they did at 34.8, took a couple more seconds off. That'll be the second timeout for Jal. And it will be a loss of about 4 yards, roughly. 3rd and 12. So roughly that was a 3-yard loss after the pass. One of the few so far today that we've seen that have been complete. But again, a loss. So Jal wants to move forward, but right now have not been able to, and they've got it down to 34 seconds before the halftime. Still do enjoy a 1-point lead, so at least they've got that going for them. We'll talk more about this game and maybe even catch up on some other games that are going around Lee County. One of the teams that I know is on a bye week are the Eunice Cardinals. They have been hot so far this year, and that's the final game of the season for the Jal Panthers. Next week is going to be the Centennial Hawks, the JV squad. They'll be going to Las Cruces once again. That'll be a Thursday game, and yours truly with Max Schrack will be there to cover it all. And we don't expect to see as much problems with the internet as we had this time around. So receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. And Ornelas in the back. Shotgun, gets the ball, fades to his right. He is going to have to scramble around and throws finally into possession of Ramos, who was at the 25 before getting brought down. 19 yards. He's going to go ahead and are they going to stop the clock? How are they going to stop the clock? Nevertheless, so first down, second one for the quarter, and 7th one for the game. Down to 19 seconds. Did take that timeout, looks like, or at least stop the clock anyway. That could be also to move the chains. Now they're going to go ahead and take a timeout. We're going to take one with them as we come back. It is going to be 1st and 10 from the 20. No more timeouts with just 19 seconds left. That means 2 plays, maybe 3 at the most, if you pass them, to be able to get into that end zone. And which Jal is going to try. Be back in a moment right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Looking for the right angle as we have 19.1 seconds to go before the halftime. Jal has an opportunity as they're inside the red zone and went in to get another score. They're already up by 1, but they want to get increase that lead. And I don't blame them either. This Wildcat team just scored a moment ago, and you got to answer back, especially since you're on the road. 1-0 is the record for Jal. 1-2 for Tularosa at home. So it is Ornelas back again in shotgun position. Going to go back a little bit, run around and see, floated in the end zone, and it could be intercepted, and it is, as it's going to be, that was a fight for the ball. And it looks like it was done by Josiah Avila. So unfortunately, a turnover with 8.9 seconds. It will not bite them because there's very little chance they're going to get one play off before the end of this first half. But nevertheless, though, killed the opportunity to be able to get a huge lead for the Jal Panthers. First and 10 is going to be called at the 20-yard line. It was a touchback. And are they going to, they have one timeout, 8.9 seconds. They have an opportunity to get something on the board possibly, but they have to have a long play and or a defensive penalty to be able to get an extension on the play. Got Green in the backfield for the quarterback. Got one left, one right receiver. I think they're just going to run it, and they do. It'll be Lochner to get the ball, looks like. And that'll be the end of the first half as Cade Lochner was able to get a few yards for that run. We are at halftime. It is 7-6. Jal is in the lead, and the good guys are winning so far, but it is just at the half. We'll talk about this game and everything else that's going on right here as we continue coverage. Thanks for watching, and thanks for being patient with us as we had to change the broadcast. But it is definitely on, whether you're on HobbsAmerica.com or on YouTube. Be back in just minutes.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
It is halftime here at Tularosa, New Mexico, just north of Alamogordo, and I hope you're enjoying this game so far because Jal came out strong, and they have just a slight lead, but nevertheless, so actually it was pretty good right up until Tularosa was able to get that punch in that score from 11 yards. We'll talk about that, of course, in just a moment. I'd like to thank our sponsors first before we get into it. Thank Jal Public Schools along with Woolworth Community Library. I also like to thank El Recentio Enchilada, the newest of our sponsors. Thank you very much for being here, along with Mamacitas, EPNS, Iron Horse Sports Grill, Jal Public Schools, Lasco Construction, always built solid, and yes, even Panther Energy, loving to support those Jal Panthers. 11:47, and we've got plenty to talk about. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and give you the pregame because just weren't on the air at the time and didn't realize that we're having some internet troubles. Finally got it on the air. So this Tularosa team is 10th ranked, and the Jal Panthers are ranked 4th. I don't really buy a whole lot of into that, simply because of the way they do their strength of schedule, and a lot of the actually, I think every single team is in negatives in the strength of schedule as well as their ratings. So it's a little confusing to some of the people that look at it, just at a glance. But right here at Bob Cerny Stadium, that's where the Tularosa Wildcats have not performed their best this season. In fact, they've been 1-2 so far for their coach, Michael Felicity. Last year, though, they did get 3-1 in district, and they were 6-5 on the record before losing their first playoff game after the end of the season, of course. So that meant they were 6-4. So a winning record, but they just could not get that victory in the playoffs. So for them, they played Hot Springs away, lost that one for the 4-3 now team, 26-6. Ruidoso, they beat them, or actually they played them here and lost 20-12 was the final score. Their lone victory here was against Estancia, who is 2-4 for the season so far. 52-32 is their score for that game. The measuring stick that we were going to go ahead and do was against Santa Rosa, who is, of course, 6-0 undefeated so far in this season. Played against Tularosa, and they did that on the road. 36-6 was the final. And Jal had a better game. In fact, that was the second game of the season. And Jal saw them only lose 32-14. So Jal was able to get more points on the board and hold Santa Rosa to just 32 points that game. So again, that's kind of like my measuring stick as far as what I believe or what I think we'll see. And so far, I think it's proven right, but we still have the second half. So let's see, who else was there? There was Capitan on the road. 0-5 is what their record is. So, yep, Tularosa was able to beat them 46-0. And then the last one was 2 weeks ago. They had a bye week, and that was against Robertson. And 5-2 is the record for Robertson. They beat this Tularosa team here 28-10. So last season it was in Jal. That was when Zayden Lujan scored both on his touchdown pass as well as a run, along with a 2-point conversion catch. And I think he's been running pretty well against this team so far. Solid effort for him. And Ornelas, on the other hand, also had a pretty good time, even though they did lose that game. But he had a 2-yard touchdown run in the second quarter. And, of course, again, through to Zayden Lujan in the third quarter. Final score in that one, though, was 35-20. It has been a while since Jal has played here. In fact, it has been since 2022. But that was a huge game back when Jal was a bit dominating than they are now. And it ended in the third quarter by the score of 57-7. Since then, it's been 3 home games for Jal, and they've only been able to win the first one in 2023. That was by a 1-point margin, so we're looking at that right now, 39-38. 2 years ago, it was 42-6, a loss against Tularosa and this Wildcat team. And last year, again, 35-20 was the score. Of course, I also have to remind you guys that this week was, just the other day, was National Coaches Day. So we want to thank all of our coaches on both sides, both for Jal and Tularosa, in fact, everywhere in the state, for their hard work. Remember that a good coach can change a game, while a great coach can change a life. Be back in 30 seconds as we continue coverage. And, of course, once again, want to thank our sponsors, without whom we would not be able to put this on HobbsAmerican.com or on YouTube.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
So let's talk about Jal defense for a moment as we have the numbers. It is Ornalis and it is also Zayden Lujan, who were tied with total tackles of 35 coming into this game. It was 24 solo and 11 assists for Zayden Lujan, and Daniel Ornalis, who had 14 solo and 21. In fact, he almost had that one key earlier in this game. Just the quarterback got out of his reach, but for no gain on a pass. Also, it is Sauceda, who did go out of the game early on. It was before we were able to get on the air. I don't know if he's gotten back or not, but the sophomore did have a little bit of an injury problem. Looked like it was his right leg. Couldn't tell exactly where it was at, but hoping he is going to be back and be able to be gameful. It is Salinas, who also has a good number on defense. Of course, that is going to be Isaac Salinas, as he has 25 total tackles. Also with Gaetan, if I got those numbers right, he has 70 to lead the team, 70 total tackles all together. Also have on here David Navarrete, the senior, with 10 solo and 5 assists. For pass defense, it is 4 from Zayden Lujan. He also has 1 interception along with Ramas, who also has the solo interception as well. 2 for the season for the Jal Panthers. Fumble recovery done by Ian Faulkner, the junior. And there was one, almost 2. There was at the end of the game a pass intercepted by Ornalis. Otherwise, it could have been a different score. It could have been 13 or 14 points for your Jal Panthers. Nevertheless, though, it is 7-6. And as far as first downs go, it was 5 in the first for Jal and 2 in the second. And the defense pretty much held the offense of the Wildcats to minimal. In fact, they actually didn't even have a first down until the second quarter. But it was the second quarter for both teams to score. Ornalis quickly on the near the opening of the second quarter with a run of 8 yards. PAT, and that got it to a 7-0 lead. 1:21 left just before the end of the half, and it was a 11-yard run from Lochner to be able to go up almost, except the PAT. They tried for 2. For a 2-point conversion, they threw, got it to the 10-yard line, was tackled there, and could not get any further. So 7-6 is the score right now. We've got 4:15 to go. And we are in Tularosa. And again, you know, I got to see the team bus from basically from the Carlsbad Highway up to Artesia before we lost each other. But they were behind me. I wasn't certain if they were going to pass me or not, but they did not. And then after that, then we lost track of each other. Of course, by the time I got up here to the field, they were already on and getting ready for the game. 3:45 remaining for the first half, or halftime, I should say. And I will be back in just a moment to give you more coverage. Ron Gunner right here on the Jal Sports Network, whether you're on HobbsAmerica.com or YouTube. Be back and also see about other sports or other teams going on around Lee County, including the Hobbs Eagles, and as they're facing Centennial, which, by the way, that's going to be the team that Jal is going to be facing next week, the JV squad, that is. Be back in about 90 seconds right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
All right, we're back still at halftime. We got about 90 seconds to go on the clock, plus 2 minutes for at least 2 to 3 minutes for the warm-up. Once again, 7 first downs, 5 in the first quarter for Jal, 2 in the second as we continue the coverage right here, and the 1-point advantage for Jal. So let's see what's going on in other parts of the state as well. Let's start off with Hobbs America and see what the score is so far, as looks like they're in the second quarter, maybe half, but it is a lead of 6, 25-19. Hobbs is over the Centennial Hawks. And that is still in the second quarter. Other scores to give you. Let's see about Tatum. That's the only other one that is available right now. Tatum's been blowing them away for a while, but right now it is going to be Christian, let's see, what was it? Gateway Christian, that's right, who has the lead right now of 22-16 in the second quarter as well. So all these started at the same time, but Jal, because of their very little stoppage of play, have already gotten into halftime. As Queen says, we will rock you. We will definitely rock you on the Jal side. Tiffany at the station, Max Schrack on the camera, and I am Ron Gunter. We have a couple minutes to go for warm-ups. Going to do that right now. Once again, remind you that the yellow helmets with the blue, that's your Jal, and the white pants, and all white with, let's see, that should be red trim is going to be the Wildcats. This is a whiteout tonight for the fans. Saw some wearing white, but not a lot, as that was announced on Facebook today. Tularosa, though, with 2-4, they hold a 2-game winning streak against this squad, and it's also been a couple of years since Jal has been able to win a district game, 2 to be exact. So, of course, Coach Satterwhite would love to get his first district game win under his belt, and would love to do it on the road as well. That proves that you have the mentality be able to go out there and take advantage of situation, especially when you're a little bit higher than normal from the elevation. So that usually favors the home team. But right now, it has been a good, solid running game from the Jal Panthers against this Tularosa Wildcats game, and also a good defense, and that it has slowed down their attack as well. 2 minutes to go. Let's go ahead and get our sponsor one more opportunity to say thank you, as we do as well. Be back in a moment right here on the Jal Panther Network, whether you're on HobbsAmerica.com or on YouTube.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Third quarter is about to get underway, and when it does, Tularosa is going to be getting the ball. Jal did it first. We're able to get down the field, but stopped near the red zone before having to give up the ball on a turnover of downs. That's how they started it all off. In fact, that's pretty much how we started the broadcast off. We were trying to get it back on the air quickly as Jal had started moving down the field. And by the time we got it started, I'm not saying we were involved, because they did get they did score a touchdown, but for some reason, when we finally got on the broadcast, Jal wasn't able to get that first down like we wanted to. right here at Bob Cerny Stadium, and just has not been the best of luck for this Wildcat squad. With 36 seconds to go, Jal goes ahead and gets ready to get lined up for the kickoff. And the Wildcats will be getting ready, talking to their coach, Michael, that is Felicity. And getting their own self ready. Of course, they did some adjustments, I'm sure, on both sides. So we're going to see who is going to have the better adjustments in the second half. This is pretty much like just to start over the game, just a 1-point lead once again for the Jal Panthers. So far, Tatum is down, but Hobbs is up, so 2 out of 3. Not so bad so far, but they're still early in their games as well, both of them in the second quarter. North to south now for the Jal Panthers as they're about to kick it off. And let's see who's going to be doing the honors of kicking. Somebody suggesting run it back. That's a good idea as they kick it off. And it hits and rolls to about the 18-yard line. Pick up and runs it to the left, but goes out of bounds though, but not after Austin Pereira is able to get to the 35-yard line. Gets wrapped up and hauled out of bounds. So we get started on the third quarter of this game tonight, and on the 10th of October. Everybody's getting geared up for Halloween as always. And we've already got, there we go, the marker is on the right spot. Graham Green once again in shotgun, this time only with an I formation as he has one left, one right receivers, one right. And we'll hand this one off once again to Lochner, who had the lone touchdown so far. And as he gets himself picked up, that looks like it's going to be about 2nd down and 8. So it could have been Salinas on that tackle for the Panthers. 2nd and 8. I believe that's what we've got. Actually, 2nd and 7 conservatively. We've got, again, I formation as quarterback gets the ball and hands it off. Actually, that time it's going to be to his shorter running back for Avila, sophomore. And limping right now. Actually, that's not a good sign for Lochner and for the Wildcats, but he is limping. And that would suggest his right ankle. But it is 3rd down and about same. 3rd and 7. So break the huddle again. 10:37 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Got 2 receivers on the right, 1 to the left. Actually now 3 receivers on the right. One of those is probably not going to be eligible, as it is defended well. And that was a close to it being a pickoff, but didn't quite get there. Looked like the receiver just couldn't get to the ball. Well, it's defended for Jal. So we're going to go to 4th down. It's going to be a punt situation. Graham Green going to go back, looks like, and punt the ball. And it'll be Zayden Lujan back to return it at about the 25-yard line. Nice punt right to Zayden. Gets it a little, doesn't get to it and falls on it instead. Plays it safe, didn't try to pick it up and run with it. So no return on that one as it goes to the 33-yard line. So couldn't quite grasp it as it went through his arms. And instead of a turnover, he just gets it at the 33-yard line. Nevertheless, so Jal First possession of the second half. Looks like everybody's still healthy enough to be out there. Ornelas in shotgun position. Looks to be Gaton next to him. And it is. Takes that handoff and gets hit by the line very hard behind the line. And will lose 2 in the play. So.
Looked like Joe Chalmers was the first one in there to get the tackle. It'll be second down.
2nd and 12. So once again, a 2-yard loss. Coming off the court or field is going to be, that should be Navarrete. No, Ramos. And it is Navarrete who is to the right. So 2 left, 1 right. Ornelas going to go ahead and keep it himself and get about 10 yards roughly. Almost 10 yards on that quarterback keeper. Make it a manageable 3rd and short. 3rd and 2. So at the 41-yard line for the Panthers, it's about 3rd and 2. And a manageable, like I said, manageable first down. So 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ornelas surrounded. Probably going to be Zayden Lujan with Gaton to his right. Gets it to Gaton, who's going to get about 5, maybe 6 yards. First down coverage right there. First down of this half. So nicely run by Gaton. And once again, first down Panthers. So almost there into Wildcat territory at the 48. Knocking on the door with 8:24 remaining in the third quarter. And again, same formation as before. 1 left, 1 right. Runner on either side. Which one is he going to hand it off to? Looks like it's going to be Zayden Lujan this time as he gets about 4, maybe 5 yards as he rolls forward. And Zayden looks like he will get about half that markage or yardage. So at the 48, so maybe 4 instead. So 2nd and 6. So into Tularosa territory now, after they were in Jal Panther territory, obviously. 2nd and 6 at the 48. Long count. And Ornelas with the height going to go ahead and get a quarterback option to Gaton, who gets first down coverage and more. Looks like he got about 10 yards, maybe even a little bit more than that, maybe 12, before he gets taken down at the 37. So that was 9 yards on the carry. So another first down, Panthers. Coming in for Jal is going to be Faulkner, Ian Faulkner, the junior. As there is 3 receivers to the left now and 1 to the right. So there could be a chance of a hurl to the left. Nope, instead it'll be a keeper. Ornelas with the ball, 5'10", almost goes out of bounds instead as he gets about almost 15 yards on that run. But there is a flag in the backfield, and that usually means it's going to have to come back. Actually, the Wildcat threw it a little further out, but yeah, definitely a hold against the Panthers.
Looked like a holding call against the Jal Panthers. It was 2 steps off.
So let's see where the mark is. It's going to be from the 38. so it should be at the 48. And let's see, that will mean first down and at 16.
43-yard line of the Wildcats. Panther football, first down and about 16.
16, yes, close. First and 16, Zayden Lujan with a handoff. He's going to run it up the middle. Continue going as he's on his feet, and he gets to almost the first down marker. Gets to about the 28-yard line before being finally brought down, and that will be a first down. So first down again for your Jal Panthers. Third one of this quarter, 10th overall. First down, Panthers.
Second down and about 2 yards to go.
Oh, actually, no. My bad. It's not. I spoke too soon. I thought I saw a first down indicator, but instead, 2nd and 2. Or maybe not even that much, as even the scoreboard has second or first down. But there is going to be a conference, as there may be a different ruling on where it was marked at. Whitecap is pointing towards the sideline. So we're going to see, there may be a change in this. So now conference over to coach for the Wildcats. Yep, no, it didn't change. So 6:17 and counting as the time starts again. Second and about 2, a very short 2. Going to be a keeper for Analysis. He's going to get the first down and more as he jukes and gets more and more, and looks like he's heading to the end zone, and he will get that touchdown. And that was about 27 yards away, I believe. So 27-yard rumble from Ornalis once again, and back on the board for the Panthers in the third quarter with 5:56 remaining.
Panthers attempting the extra point.
And the PAT to see if they can get this up to 14-6. Kick is up, and it is good, and we've got a player down. Can't see if that's Zayden Lujan or not, but he is slow to get up. It's 14-6. He did get up, and he is getting back. 14-6 should be the score. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
All right, so far it's showing 13-6. I thought they made the extra point, but maybe they did not. So right now we've got a 13-6. Still, though, a lead of 7 for the Jal Panthers as they're about set to kick it off once again. So 2 scores, one in the first, one in the second, one in the third. There's another kick that goes along the ground, gets picked up around the 35. And will be taken by Josiah Oliva. He does get a pretty good run back. Gets it to around the 40-yard line, 40-something, for running out of bounds. Actually looks like it'll be the 48. but does get it into their territory. So 1st and 10, 5:48 remaining in the third quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Ball resting at the Jal 48-yard line. 1st and 10, the Wildcats.
So 1st and 10 once again for Tularosa on the Wildcats. And it'll be a quick screen to the right. Looks like it is going to be in the hands of Josiah Avila. And he grabs just a couple of yards on the play. Actually, it'll be Angel Schumann, the sophomore, who got that one. So it'll be 2nd and 7. I did have it right. 2nd and 7. Tularosa wants to get to the 38-yard line, roughly. Jal, of course, wants to stop them, get the ball back, and try to score again. Under the Friday night lights here in Tularosa. Another handoff once again, right up, and hits the line. May get a little bit of gain as he falls forward, but that is going to be for Lochner. And Lochner does get a couple. I forgot we have Jal Sports next to us. It's confusing when they get excited about a thing, especially when you're away on the road. But 3rd down and about 5 for this Tularosa team. Jal is holding strong so far, just holding them to 6 points and a couple of first downs. Graham Green in shotgun, one to his right or left. And Lochner does go ahead and take it. Looks like he got enough for a first down and more. May have dropped the ball. And actually, they're saying it's down. Jal was excited for a moment. They thought they got the fumble recovery, but instead, it was whistled down and a first down as well.
First down for the Wildcats.
So Wildcats get another first down in this third quarter with 3:59.
Ball resting at the Jal Panther 37-yard line. 1st and 10.
And we should see the clock start, and here we go. Clock is started up again. As Tularosa and the Wildcats break their huddle. First down, though, inside the 40-yard line of Jal. 37 to be exact. 1st and 10, back for another handoff to the left. Looks like Lochner once again, and this time he does get 2. Maybe 2. He's short 2. 2nd and 8 for the Wildcats. Coming into the game is Austin Pereira. Gave the quarterback the signal, and he's going to be off to the left. Single left, single right. 1 to his left. That'll be Lochner. Graham with the call, and he gets the call. He goes back, throws it to his right, and it'll be a little bit out of bounds as he was. Looks like he may have gotten it to him, but again, well out of bounds for his receiver. Good coverage as well, as it was Angel Schumann who was able to catch it, but again, well out of bounds. So incomplete pass does stop the clock at 2:42. Gives us 3rd and 8.
Ball resting at the 36 for the Jal Panthers.
8:40 on the clock is what we have for the time. 2:42 on the game clock. Goes back to pass once again. Has an open receiver, but instead dumps it down to Lochner. And that is going to be behind the line of scrimmage. Gets tackled, Ornelas, one of those, along with Guiton
Luckner made the reception, but there was a loss on the play. Panther defense were alert for that one. Ball is now
as
at
well
40.
as, let's see, it was, I didn't see the other one. I thought I saw, but yep. Panthers all over that one, 4th and 12. So a loss of 4 on that play. So 4th and 12. Going to go ahead and go for it with 1:58 remaining in the third. Going to go back to pass. Is going to be hurried, but does get it to Lochner and will get the first down, as there will also be a flag on the play. Could be a late hit or something after the fact. But that is not going to bode well unless if it goes against Jal. But the Jal is saying they're pointing the other way, and it could go back the other way. But with 4th down, Jal has to take this penalty, otherwise it could be a first down with the result of the play. Both sides pointing on each other. Where is it? Oh, there he is. Discussing. So far they're walking the wrong way, and so is the defense. So the flag goes against the Panthers, and it will be a first down either way. How much? Could be 15 yards from there, from the 28. Haven't walked it off yet. Still, as far as I know, haven't gotten the call, but going 10.
Personal foul of some kind against the Panthers. Getting marked off.
But didn't get to see the call from the Whitecap, but definitely 10 more yards is going to add on to it inside the red zone now. It looks like at the 14-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. As the refs are still huddled up after everybody is set to play, and line judgment is coming out as well. So still some confusion on the call, I believe. In fact, a lot of confusion. Let's go ahead and take a break. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all
on the couch.
delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop.
All right, well, after that long discussion, we have a basically a timeout for the Wildcats, so they get to take advantage of that. 1st and 10, though, it does stand, so nothing had changed on that. 1st and 10, we'll see what happened later on, but right now, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats inside the red zone. Jal needing to stop, or wants to stop them, as it goes for a quarterback keeper for the first time that I'm aware of. Graham goes ahead and gets a couple on that run. Gets it down to the 10, about a 4-yard gain. So it'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6 for that. As he has, once again, a single back, one left, one right receiver. Going to go ahead and hand that off to Lochner, who is taken down quickly by Ornalis once again, one of the stoppers. In fact, he may have gained one, his forward progress, but that's about it. Well, it looks like it'll be 3rd and 6. So 3rd and 6 at the 10-yard line still. Jal trying to stop this drive. pretty good job of slowing it down right now. Got receivers, one left, one right. And the quarterback still in shotgun position. Lochner on his left. Going to go ahead and roll to the left. Lochner blocking. The run gets a couple, but that's it. Could not get any more protection out of that, as Jal was able to shut that one down and get it to 4th down. Looks like about 4th and 4. So Wildcats, opportunity of scoring. They may try for a field goal, but they're definitely going to take a timeout. We're going to take one with them. 4th and 4, actually, to be the end of the 3rd quarter, so that's even better. We'll take a timeout, be back in as we get into the 4th quarter. It is a 13-6 game. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on HobbsAmerica.com and YouTube. It is the Jal Sports Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Well, all right, we have a game here. It is close, 13-6 as we get into the 4th quarter. And it is Tularosa 4th and 4, but they're in the red zone and still technically knocking on that end zone door. Now, the thing is this. Are they going to go for the 3, or are they going to try to get that first down? They can still get a first down without the touchdown. That is possible. But are they going to go for it or not? We're going to find out here real quick. Of course, also expect to see there has been occasional trouble with the line, but I think for the most part, Jal will stay steady. They're going to try to get that offense offsides on Jal. I don't think it's going to work, but they're going to try it anyway. So empty backfield, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Green, as players are in motion, does hike it. Going to throw it to the right and into his receiver, in and out of his hands. That was well covered defensively. That was Faulkner, the junior, was able to disrupt that just enough, got in and out of his hands. And that means not only is it turnover of downs, but the Wildcats come away without a score. 1st and 10 for the Jal Panthers, but deep in their own territory as they'll be inside the 10. Nine-yard line to be exact, 1st and 10 for them. Got their usual complimentary lineup with Ornelas. Is he going to hand it off, or is he going to keep it? That's the question. As he gets the snap, he's going to hand it off. Zayden Lujan does get a little bit of breathing room right there. It looks like it'll be 2nd and 8. So Zayden Lujan has been hitting the center of that D-line and been making some good yardage. That time they only got 2, but still positive yards, and that's all you want to do as you're that deep in your own territory. 2nd and 8. Long count once again, same format. This time gets it once again. Looks like to Zayden Lujan. And does get a couple more yards. Looks like 2, maybe 3 at the most. Does get it out to the 15. They started at the 9, so that's 6 yards. That means 3rd and 4. So the 19 is where Jal wants to be. They're at the 15 right now to get that first down. 3rd and 4. 10:43 remaining in this game. And it could be a keeper. It is. Ornelas with the ball, but he is pulled down. Is he going to be able to get forward progress? No, he is not. 4th and short. He did get a couple of yards, maybe even 3. Actually, looks like it's going to be really close. Actually, it's going to be a first down. So we'll take that. First down, Panthers. So after 2 in the second and 2 in the third quarter, that's their first one in this early fourth quarter. 1st and 10 from the near the 20. And as you can see, Ornelas once again getting the ball. Going to hand it off to Zayden Lujan, who's once again gets triple teamed on the tackle and gets a couple. So conservative 2 right there. 2nd and 8. Coming in will be Zigas Ramos, who's going to be receiving. He's going to be on the right-hand side receiving. So 2 receivers on the right. One of those is Zayden Lujan, and 1 on the left. That looks like Navarrete. It will be a keeper once again. This time he loses the ball, unfortunately, and that's going to be a turnover, and landed on it at the 8-yard line. And I believe the person who did that could have been Jaden Maldonado. But unfortunately, a loss of the ball, and also terrible place to do that, as it'll be 1st and 10, maybe even 1st and goal. Nope, 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. So it'll be tough break for Jal as they see the defense in a quick stance that has them with very little yardage to try to stop them from scoring from such a short distance. Graham Green, senior quarterback, in shotgun. He's got 1 receiver left, 1 right. Looks like Lochner is to his right. Gets the ball, going to go ahead and run it himself, get behind it, do a little bit of a tush push as they do in Philadelphia. Not quite, but still got a couple of extra yards off of that one. And that will go down to the 8. Looks like that'll be, there's no marker on there, but still 2nd down and 5. There we go, 2nd down and 5. So a couple more of those, and you can assure that the Wildcats will get in. Jal making sure, of course, that does not happen on defense. 2nd and 5. 8:30 left. Goes to the right this time. Another keeper for the quarterback as Graham Green gets hit by 4 Panthers. He's going to get down inside. Gets about 3 yards, maybe 2. So 3rd and 3. Of that 2-yard run. So that puts it down to the 5 or 6-yard line. 6-yard line for Tularosa, and the Wildcats still in striking distance. 2. You can imagine at this point they're going to go for it on 4th down, as they did last time. Receiver left, receiver right. Again, to his left. As he goes ahead and runs behind Lochner. This time he gets an opening to the left. And he's going to go ahead and get a hold is possibly going to keep this from becoming a touchdown as the flag flew in the backfield. So it looked like everything was going right. There was 1 player to beat, and I think he was held. Haven't seen the white cap yet. There we go. And let's see what the call is. Just making sure.
If you have the winning ticket number, our athletic director is on his way.
Yep, it was a hold against Tularosa, and the Wildcats are going to go back. So instead of a touchdown that they thought they were going to have, it's going to be 3rd and long. Should be 3rd and about 13. So a break for Jal and a disappointment for the Wildcats. but still have another opportunity or two to see what they can do. 7:30 and ticking on the clock before the game ends. And still in the red zone. They are at the 16, I believe. Goes back to pass. He's going to throw it to his right, and he's got it covered. Almost had an interception, and there is a flag on the field. I'm not sure exactly why. He was going for the ball, but nevertheless, could be against Jal, but it may not be, and it is against Jal. I did see the end of that.
Congratulations to Mr. John Green, the winner of the 50-50. And thank you,
So
Mr.
let's see what
Green,
happens
for
after
donating
this one.
back to the track program.
Getting the mark off now. Still third down. Third down and about 6. So it was half the distance to the goal. 3rd and 6. Wildcats still can get a first down without the touchdown. As the ball is placed on the 12. No, it's on the 9-yard line. So it's still 3rd and about 6. Actually, maybe third. Well, no, it is 3rd and 6 because it's about the 4-yard line, maybe the 3-yard line for the yard of gain. Going back, going ahead to the right, going to run, get an option, throws it, and it'll be incomplete as he tried to get it over to Lochner on that option. Could not get it to him as it hits the ground, goes out of bounds, and will be 4th down and 6. And once again, it is on. There's still some yardage. Okay, so that's on the 10-yard line, but it shows on the 9. So on the 9-yard line, Tularosa, one last opportunity to get this in. Jal wanting to stop it, be buried deep in their own territory, but still stop another score. They've done that before. Back to pass to the right once again. This time going to be heaved mightily over his head, trying for a PI. Could not get it. And it looked like it was Faulkner once again, who was the key to getting that to be incomplete. Looked like it might have been out of bounds anyway. It was thrown further than his receiver. So 1st and 10 for the Panthers with just under 7 minutes to go as the clock is stopped for change of possession. It's going to be at the 9-yard line, 1st and 10. 91 yards to go for a score for the Panthers. Malice in shotgun, getting the ball. Going to hand that off to Zayden Lujan. Gets a hold, but closes quickly. And he does get about 5, maybe 6. So it'll be spotted now at the 15. 2nd and 4. Player going off the field is going to be Zigas Ramos with David Navarrete to the right. One to the left. Looks like that is going to be, oh, that's Faulkner, I believe, as it is going to be handed off once again. This time to Zayden Lujan. He's going to break the tackle, get beyond the 1st down as he got about 10 yards off that run. And it will be a 1st down for Jal. 1st down, Panthers. And that will be 11 1st downs for the game. So 1st and 10, 6:09 remaining, and this could be one of those final drives for the Jal Panthers if they do it just right. Go methodically down the field, but right now they're at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 once again. Off to the left this time to Zayden Lujan. Lujan does not get as many as he did last time. Gets to the line of scrimmage, maybe one. Yes, indeed. 2nd and 9 now for the Jal Panthers. Kind of quiet here as we're over the visiting or the home team, and not a lot of noise being made so far as it is down by 6 once again, or 7, I mean. 5:24 and ticking. So low scoring affair so far. But Jal still holding strong, 2nd and 9. 2nd and 8. This time handed off to the right, and he's going to go ahead and run for some yardage and more. So he gets about 15 yards roughly off that run. And that'll be for Zayden Lujan once again. Another great breakout as he gets past that line, gets into the secondary, and gets 15 yards for his efforts. 1st down, Panthers. So the Panthers are doing what they need to do with 4:58 remaining in this game. 1st down at the 45. They moved it from the 9. So that's 36 yards so far in this drive, and a 1st down to boot. In fact, that is their third 1st down in this quarter. Another handoff and another great run for Zayden. He does get tackled from the back, but he does get about 6 in his effort. Gets it into Wildcat territory. And it'll be a 2nd and short, 2nd and 4. Should make that 5. They went ahead and gave him 5 for that. Well, the ball is in one spot, the marker's in another. I'm going to give him 2nd and 4. So 2nd and 4 for Arnalis and the Panthers. Just under 4 minutes to go now. And it is Gaton who gets the ball. He moves forward for a couple, maybe one actually is what he got him for the forward progress. And it is me 3rd and 3. Clock still ticking. 3:40 and going. Could be just a game-ending drive is what Jal is looking at.
No gain on that one. It'll be 3rd and still 4.
So 3rd and 4, 3:24 ticking on the clock. Have receivers one on the left, right, and Ornalis surrounded. And get the shotgun, call it, and hand it off once again to Zayden Lujan, who gets just enough, maybe a little bit more than he needed for that 1st down. Another 1st down, the 4th of the 4th quarter. And time is slowly dwindling. Both teams will have all their timeouts remaining. And it's starting up at just under 3 minutes.
1st and 10 for the Panthers.
Panthers now in, or down to the 43 of the Wildcat territory. 2:42, and they're getting down to the bottom of the clock before snapping it is Ornalis. That time he hands it off to Zayden Lujan, who breaks the tackle, gets it in, and gets about 15, maybe 20 yards off that one as he gets it down to the 25 from the 45. So around almost 20 yards on that one. Another 1st down for the Jal Panthers. And the fans are starting to realize that this could be a victory, the first one in 2 years for district for the Jal Panthers. But as they say, it ain't over till it's over. 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Jal knocking on the red zone door. 2 minutes to go in just a second. Ornalis once again with the tight formation. Hands it off to Zayden Lujan, who has been productive in getting yardage. And that time around, he got about 5, maybe 6, depending on if he got the forward progress on that. And I think with 1:45, we're going to see timeouts.
Timeout has been called by the Wildcats.
Timeout for Wildcats. They take the first one. We'll take the one with them as we have, once again, 1:44 before the game is over with. First timeout for the Wildcats. And Jal is on the move, getting down the field from the 9 to where they're at now, which is going to be the 20-yard line. Be back in just a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
So we've got the storyline of this. 2-4 records on both sides of the field. Tularosa looking for their first district win. So are the Jal Panthers as they're in the second district game of the season. Next week will be a non-district game. But nevertheless, this is their opener for the Wildcats. So far, they're trying to get anything and everything they can to stop this Jal Panther team. So far, have not been able to do it. 2nd and 5, minute 44 to go. And they are matriculating down the field from the 9-yard line down to the 20 and continuing to move. Lujan has been a major part of that as he has been doing it on his legs. Going to see where we got this one time as we still have the same formation, one to the left. Ornalis goes ahead and keeps this one and gets stopped in the line, but he is going to continue on, get a few more, 5 to be exact, 5 more yards, gets close to the first down marker. Let's see where they get it. It may be just short. No indication yet. 3rd and inches. So Ornalis was about 4.5 on that one. 3rd and a short 1. All they have to do is just fall forward and be able to get that one, or maybe they'll try for the touchdown. Either way, we have 1:07 to go and ticking. Still have 2 timeouts for Tularosa. Haven't taken one yet. Ornalis now giving it off to Zayden Lujan. Goes to the right. He's going to find some room. Did get enough for the first down, looks like. And yes, indeed, get the first down. And because it was inbounds, it is not going to stop the clock. So it will be a stoppage of clock. Anything will be from Tularosa as they take a timeout. 2 down, 1 to go. And technically, Jal can pretty much sit on the ball and run the clock out. With 1 timeout remaining, 45.7 seconds, and Tularosa, this is trying to get anything to get the ball back, down by 7. And this is one of those very low-scoring games, but just enough to get Jal the big lead of 13. So I'm sure that Coach Felicity is talking to his team, trying to get them riled up. Not sure if you're going to see another run from the coach for Jal, but definitely going to see what's going to happen next. Like I said, all I have to do is basically they've got a first down. They don't have to do a whole lot. They don't even have to have a score at this rate. Be nice, could be nice on their resume and would look nice on the score sheet, but not necessary. All they have to do is just protect the ball, and they've got a victory here. Getting out of the break on both sides. Thank you very much for being here, and thanks to all of our sponsors, without whom we would not be able to put this on the air. Of course, I'm talking about Woolworth Public Library, along with El Reconcito Enchilada, Mamacitas, EPNS, Iron Horse Grill, Sports Grill, Jal Public Schools, Lasco Construction, and Panther Energy, always giving us some energy. Speaking of which, that's going to be handed off to Zayden Lujan. He's going to run it out to the right and be tackled inbounds. Clock is going to continue running as that one was going to be about a 1-yard gain. And the final timeout is going to be taken by the Wildcats. 35 seconds to go. And believe it or not, like I said, after this timeout, Wildcats cannot stop the clock. Let's go ahead and take a break real quick. Be back in a moment. We're going to get the conclusion of this game. Jal on top by 7. Be back in just a moment right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Panther Energy.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
All right, we could be seeing the final play of this game, or one of the final plays anyway. Once again, it is 2nd and 9. And Jal just has to protect the ball. And they've got a tight formation going on. They could run it, or they could just kneel on the ball, either way. And it looks like they're going to kneel, and they do. So Arnales kneels the ball. It is 31 seconds. And that is going to be the end of the ball game. Once again, final score is 13-6 is your score. And the Panthers break out of their funk, not only of that 2-game losing streak against Tularosa, but their first district game win since 2024. Or actually 2023. So let's get back in just a moment. We'll continue coverage right here as we once again celebrate the victory between the blue and gold. It is a Jal victory once again. Final score 13-6. Be back in a moment right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Mamacitas and Jal has a
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575. The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Well, 15 first downs are assured for the Jal Panthers as they get a victory in district, the first one of the season and first one in 2 years. And you got to know that Coach Satterwhite has got to be very happy with his effort because they did it all mostly on the ground. They had a little bit of success on the air, but for the most part, could not quite get their passes to be able to hit and pay off. But the defense, on the other hand, they did a wonderful job slowing down and stopping this Tularosa Wildcats team. In fact, they were twice in the red zone. Both times failed to score a single point. So that helps them a lot as well. Once again, though, we'll talk about the scoring. First happened in the second quarter with Arnales on his legs just at the beginning of the second quarter. And with 11:53 to go, it was an 8-yard run with a PAT to boot, so to speak, and it was 7-0. Turned around at the end of the first half, and it was Lochner who got that run of 11 yards with 1:21 to go and almost tied it up. But the PAT Well, they went for 2 on that one, and instead they could not get it past the 10-yard line. So the score was 7-6. Third quarter saw Ornalis once again with a huge run of about 32 yards to get the score to 13-6. PAT did not go as I thought. So that's how we end this game, 13-6 once again. So I want to thank our sponsors because, this was a long road game. And I do believe because of the fact that they are 2-0, they are ruling the road so far. Next week they're going to be in Las Cruces to face the Centennial JV squad. That'll be happening on Thursday around 5 o'clock unless they change it. Sometimes that happens, so be prepared for that. I know I will be as well. We're going to be on the road, though, to be able to cover that. It will be here, once again, on the Jal Sports Network as well. Whether you're watching it on YouTube, on HobbsAmerica.com, or it could be even on the Facebook page under Kicks as well. Well, once again, thank you very much for watching. I am Ron Gunner. For Tiffany Stuber at the station, for Max Strack, who has been doing an excellent job on the camera, making sure you get all these nice little visual from the game. It is time to wrap it up. For Nombach Broadcasting, once again, you're on the Jal Sports Network. Victory once again for the Jal Panthers, 13-6. See you next week when we go down to Las Cruces and face the Centennial Hawks of JV squad.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654,